Kirby, 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 that's the name you should know. Kirby, 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 that's the name you should know. Kirby, 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 that's the name you should know. Alright then. Well, that is the Koshinook portion of our quest dealt with. So it's time to go back to the local town and find out all the new stuff everyone's going to have to say because of that. What's Mr. Drown Yourself got to say now? What's it like to jump off a cliff? Ah, it's probably like jumping off a cliff. Man, jumping off a cliff, drowning yourself, what's next? This guy seems to be constantly thinking about stuff that is the sort of thing that would end up with you being slammed. But I don't know why. That seems like a healthy thing to be contemplating all the time. See if we can get some clues on our quest as well. We can get some clues on our quest by interrogating everyone, which is the only way you ever know where to go in this game. There's a town in the northeast from here where there was a bridge leading there, but Master Hand destroyed the bridge. Well, we know that he obviously doesn't want Kirby and friends heading that way, or they'll find something that might ruin his plans. But we can't get there yet. Right! Yeah, we can't get there, so we're going to have to find somewhere else to go. And I already had a look around the area around this town, and there's nothing there, so we're just going to have to go all the way back to the first town in the game, Iralter. So you want my opinion on this game so far known? Well, I'd have to say, having been the main character this entire time, that this is one of the most boring games I've ever starred in! Even more than Pinball Land! Whoa, even more than Pinball Land? Let's not say things we can't take back, Kirby. You don't put down Kirby's Pinball Land, Kirby! I had that game as a child. Yeah, and it's boring, man. There's no skill to pinball. How do you stop the ball going down the hole? Sometimes it just goes past the flippers and you couldn't hit them if you tried. Well, that's true, but I used to play that game all the time as a kid, and you take that back. Oh man, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Mr. Aches, but I'm just telling it like it is, man. I'm not proud of all of my games. I know I've been in some garbage over the years, man. So what do you think of Kirby's Dream Course then, Kirby? Dream Course? Oh man, that's the game I wasn't even supposed to be in. They made some golf game, and then at the last minute they realised, hey guys, we're never going to be able to sell this game to kids. It's just about golf. Oh, I know. Let's put Kirby in it, and then they'll play it. Well, they were right. People played it then, and it was not that bad, I guess. But my biggest problem with that game is that in the two-player mode, there's two Kirbys playing. What's wrong with that? They made the second player yellow! Can you believe that? Me yellow? Hey, what a joke! Well, actually, Kirby, now that you mention it, did you not know that your original character design, what's-his-face, the Japanese man that invented you, originally intended for you to be yellow? What? I don't believe that for 1 second! It's true, I'm not making this up. I don't believe it! Besides, in my first game I was in black and white! Yeah, well, that's true, but I'm just telling you what I read once, years ago. Man! Is that really true? Jeez! I didn't expect that. I must say I'm quite fond of being pink. Pink is the best colour ever, man. Yeah, I agree with you, Kirby. I've always liked pink. I mean, boys aren't supposed to like pink, but I always liked pink. Pink's a nice colour. Well, anyway. Yeah! What other games have you been in? What other notorious games that Nintendo wants to forget have you been in, Kirby? I'm trying to think. I think actually, now that when I try to think about it, you've generally had pretty solid games over the years. It's hard to think of a really bad one. I mean, Pinball Land might be a bit dated and boring and really short, but it wasn't a bad game, certainly not for its time. Let me just think now. What have you been in? Well, let's go through the Kirby roster of games, will we? I mean, it's not like we're going to have another chance to talk about Kirby except in the Super Smash Bros. RPG when it comes to RPG Maker games. You had Kirby's Dream Land. That was the first one on the Game Boy. Very short game, but it gets insanely hard if you unlock the bonus options and turn the vitality to 1. Then there was Kirby's Dream Land 2, the sequel, which I still have, but it's the one and only game I have, to my knowledge, that the battery has finally run out of. It does not save my save files anymore. That was like 8 years ago or something like that I discovered this, and I was really surprised to find that out, because I didn't know that sort of thing happened. But yeah, it does seem to happen. A warning for you, gang, if you've got old video games, like physical games, it does appear that those battery-backed cartridges lose their battery charge eventually and stop saving. So if you want to boot up Final Fantasy 6 or whatever, well, you better have 70 hours to spare, because you're going to have to play it in one go. Not that we had Final Fantasy 3 or 6 in Europe, or indeed any Final Fantasy game until the 7th one, or indeed practically any RPG at all until about 1996. Yeah. Well, anyway, never mind that. So Kirby's Dream Land 2, that was on the Game Boy as well. Kirby's Dream Land 3, which was on the Super Nintendo, nice platformer with colourful crayon-y graphics. So Kirby's Dream Course came out at some point, I think before Dream Land 3. Kirby's Pinball Land, I think, came out before Dream Land 2. Then there was Kirby's 64, which I had. I really liked that one. You could combine Kirby's powers, because you see, Kirby, if you didn't know about this, he doesn't show it in the game at all. He doesn't show it in this game at all, but Kirby's specialty is to suck up enemies, take the special powers from them after eating them, and use those powers. So yeah, that's what Kirby does. Didn't do that in the first game, though. No, he just walked about and swallowed stuff whole in the first game. That was it. Anyway, Kirby 64. Then he got a whole bunch of games on the Game Boy Advance. Well, we also had a NES game, Kirby's Adventure, that's right. That got a remake. Yeah, that was the first Game Boy Advance game, a remake of that game. Oh, I forgot to mention the best Kirby game ever made. Kirby's Fun Pack. Oh, you know it in America as Kirby's Superstar. Which was on the SNES. That was one of the best value games ever made. Why? Because it was a collection of games. There was like 6 full-blown Kirby games, all of them like at least as long as the original Kirby's Dream Land, which was about 10 minutes long. In fact, Kirby's Fun Pack, the first game out of the, 6 main big games, was in fact a remake of Kirby's Dream Land. It was only missing one level. I honestly don't know why they even took that level out. It's not where they really did that 1 2-minute long level, bust the game over its limits. I don't know why they couldn't have just kept it in. Oh well, doesn't matter. The point is, yeah, Kirby's Fun Pack had a lot of fun stuff. Great fun game. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I had that one. It was an absolute blast. It was 2-player cooperative game. Back when like the idea of playing 2 players simultaneously just blew us kids' minds. That was just one of the most awesome things. Co-op playing, just excellent. I don't know why so many platform games in that didn't do that. Instead, you had to have one player would play and then they'd finish the level or they'd die, and then the second player would start from the beginning of the level with their character and do the same thing. I don't know why it was so many game companies just didn't do co-op platformers. I mean, Nintendo themselves. Oh no, even Mario himself took till 2009 with New Super Mario Bros. Wii to finally let people play, finally let two people jump through the same Mario levels at the same time. Like literally 24 years of Mario platformers, and that had never happened. Oh wait, no, I tell a big lie. I tell a most outrageous lie. Oh indeed I do. Because Mario Brothers, the original Mario Brothers on the arcade, where you got to hop from underneath crabs and turtles and stuff and knock them off. That is that is actually co-op. Mario and Luigi. Mario and Luigi both jumped about at the same time. Well, so Nintendo did that and then decided to just backpedal for 26 years before thinking, maybe that was a good idea, let's try that again. Sure takes Nintendo a long time to think of these things. Maybe in another 50 years we'll have another Virtual Boy. Oh wait, we do, it's called the 3DS. You may now take the engagement ring and put it on a finger. Having a flashback to Kosyanuk's wedding. Oh, that's he forgot the engagement ring. I mean the wedding ring. That's he forgot the ring. Gonna have to run through the town and find it. Where is it? Is it there? No. What on earth is this? A ninja has suddenly appeared. Hey mate, oh, someone stole something? Excuse me mate, but whoa! Easy off there, mate. That thief ran away, but no need to tear people's lungs out. Man, what a violent expression. Man, what kind of family-friendly, beloved, family-friendly game would have a saying like that in it? Wait, who are you? He says he says that we know him, but what? I don't know, some generic ninja. Oh, how could I have forgotten? Of course, it's obviously Fox McCloud. Just look at him. Just look at him. Just look at him. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, the ninja is Fox. We found another Super Smash Bros. Character. Man, well that's just as well, because in case I guess I forgot to mention this, but yeah, Koshinuk actually did join our party. We've got a non-Super Smash Bros. Character in the team, folks. That is, I'll bet you never saw that one coming. You thought it was just going to be nothing but Smash Bros. Characters. I mean, there's 12 of them in the original Smash Bros., so you'd think that would be enough, but no, Cubmaster did not think that was enough. We needed some more. Fox, chill down there. Since when was Fox... Was I missing something with the Star Fox games, or... I didn't remember him having a, like, angry, constantly wanting to tear people's lungs out personality. But that is the personality that Cubmaster went with in this game. Fox is constantly blustering about beating people up and getting 5 minutes to do stuff to them. But Koshinuk's hometown has seen better days. Master Hand has indeed laid siege to it, and it seems like Koshinuk himself didn't necessarily help by being afraid to fight and running off to some other town. Oh dear, poor Koshinuk, he feels a bit bad about that. Although don't worry Koshinuk, because I think you would have just been killed with everyone else if you'd gone up against a giant white glove. Anyway, the people in this town tell us that there's been a kidnapping. It's Rachel, the daughter of the president. It's some girl who's been kidnapped by a hermit to the south. Oh dear, to cap off all of this, not only has this town been seized by a white glove, but a woman, a girl, an innocent girl has been kidnapped by some crazy, creepy old hermit. I'm gonna have to do something about this. Despite all this rubble, there is one house that's still standing. Well, let's take a look in there, shall we? Someone that's managed to carry on as normal in all this carnage. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh, don't worry, little girl. Oh, flowers? Well, yeah, sure thing, little girl. Leave it to me. I'll find some flowers. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, hey, don't worry, little girl. Kirby's gonna make everything alright. Kirby knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, your mother's gonna be just fine. If some illness messes with your mother, do you know what that means? It means it messes with me. And it's gonna regret it. Yes, well, we'll have to remember to get some flowers for that girl for her sick mother. That'll cheer her up a little bit. It seems Kirby has a heart after all, when push comes to shove. Well, actually, having said that, I take that back, because Kirby's a giant hollow ball, as we've already established. Look, Mr. Ikes, there's nothing wrong with having no internal organs, man. I get by just fine. Dreamland. Hey Kirby, here's a question for you. I think the Nintendo fans would just love me to get the hottest scoop on while I've got you here. Where is Dreamland? Oh man, where's Dreamland? Where is Dreamland? Where? The fans are dying to know. Man, I can't tell you that. That's confidential Nintendo information, man. If I told you where Dreamland was, everyone would try to go there. Well, unfortunately, the human race hasn't advanced its space exploration enough to get people past the bloomin' moon, never mind Dreamland. Well, for that matter, if the place is called Dream... And for that matter, you know, I always thought as a child that the Dreamland was supposed to be in some way a dream or something. I mean, the clue's kind of in the name, really, isn't it? Dreamland? What? I thought you were all in a dream or something like that. What are you talking about, man? A dream? What kind of sense does that make? Well, it makes more sense than a place called Dreamland being a planet called Popstar. Well, I guess, well... I mean, is it not like that weird British cartoon that I had on videotape called Varg, which was about basically a world of people that lived in some bald old big-nosed man's dream, and the plot was about them getting the man inside the dream from real life and trapping them in a soundproof room so that he would never ever wake up, which I just realised is actually an extremely disturbing thing. And we were supposed to be rooting for these guys. Just, yeah, trap a man for all eternity in his sleep. That is certainly not disturbing in any way.